Where'd the thumpy thump go? I did a 5-second test recording just to make sure that, because this is a new recording session on a new day. And I did a test recording just to make sure everything was loaded up properly. Okay, there it is. There it is. And it was like really thumpy, and I was like, oh crap, do I need to turn the sound down? My other recording sounded fine. And when I checked the recording, I was like, yeah, you can barely hear my voice. But then when I came back, it was all quiet. The thumpy had ended. But it was just looping the music. Fuck a duck for a buck? Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. I keep forgetting to open my timer. Gotta give a fair warning that this episode's probably going to be annoying to watch. I know I've mentioned 100 times by now that I'm doing swag bucks, playing games for swag bucks, which I've said in the past that when I've talked about it, that it's kind of a nightmare, and I've explained the reasons why it's a nightmare, how difficult it is in a lot of the games, and sometimes I would say even impossible without microtransactions to reach the goals, and how, like, out of all the games I've done for swag bucks, I've enjoyed maybe 2 of them. Unfortunately, the selection they have tends to lean towards certain genres of games. Like, there's 800 different slots in bingo games. And then there's, which I shouldn't complain, because Bingo Blitz was one of the easiest offers I did. And that got me $60. I literally just had to, and I think my one bit of advice is, if you do swag bucks and you do Bingo Blitz, is always bet the maximum that you can bet. Like you can choose like whether to play like 1 board or 2 boards. The maximum is 4. Do 4, because then you have more chances of getting multiple wins within 1 round. Be careful with your fingering. I actually, and I hope, I was worried that maybe this would get detected and I might would. Fucking hell, you son of a fucking, you fucking pig licking. No, we ain't doing it this way. We ain't doing it this way. We're gonna set you to 50 minutes start. There we go. Like I keep saying, I need to get a new app or do something for doing for a timer to keep track of this, because the one that's built into Windows 10 is just so janky that, like, you'll click like you have, like, the buttons you have to click to make the actual timer start isn't really intuitive. Like, there's a button that literally says restart timer, and all that does is makes the time go back up to however much you set it to originally. It doesn't actually start the timer. So I usually have it set for 58 minutes and 30 seconds to have like a 1 minute 30 grace period. But I made a different one. I made that for 50 minutes. So that should cover my bases. Anyway, I actually used a program to mirror my phone onto my TV. Onto my computer screen. And so I could use my mouse, because tapping all those little bingo cards with my fat fingers was just fucking impossible. And it ran like shit. Like an action game or anything game that requires like reflexes other than just clicking on squares would definitely not work with how crappy my computer is. I imagine that program probably, there's one that's that worked really fucking well, but it turned out it needed a subscription, and I am so, like, I really, God, I could go on a whole rant about this, and I will. It should be illegal if you Google something and you put the word free in the title of it, it should be illegal for any of the results to have any type of payment. They get around that by like saying, "Oh, free trial, free version, blah blah blah." But Google knows what they're doing. I find it extremely disgusting, and I generally hate Google as a company. I think they're one of the most disgusting companies out there. But I genuinely despise the fact that you can. There's a lot of times where you can search something and have blatant scams be like at the top, and you'll say, well, it does say ad. That was only recent. That was only, well, not recent, but that was only a little while back, a couple years ago, that it actually went out of its way to like really plaster that like those top results were sponsored. Before then, you didn't know. But anyway, and as you progress through Bingo Blitz and you make it to the new islands and yada yada yada, you'll unlock like higher tiers of like bets and stuff. But what I'll say is, as soon as you unlock the ability to join events, do it. Because my goal was to make it to level 75 within a certain number of days, and by time I spent the first like 4 days just making it through the regular little worlds, and I had to uh uh like I think by then I was like level 20, and then I finally unlocked the ability to do events, which they have like different events at different times. And I don't want to like say this as a certainty, because obviously I think by now they'll probably have had new events, because the two that were going on when I was playing was a Valentine's Day one and a football one because of the Super Bowl. So obviously by now they will have had new events. But like especially the Super Bowl one, oh my god, that one. And I will admit, I will hand it to them that the way they change up the bingo formula was actually kind of interesting. And if it weren't for how like monetized and just like mobile games are, I would say that's actually kind of neat. Because the football event, and usually in bingo you have to get four corners, straight line, or whatever. In the football one, your goal is to get the football man from the bottom of the screen to the top. So like literally, if you picture a bingo card, like say you did the two on B, the bottom two on B, and then adjacent to that, second from the bottom one on B, you did an I. Then you went up, like you did another I up one, and then adjacent to that, you like went back to B. Like literally, it's just you have to make an open path for the football guy to get from the bottom to the top. And as soon as he gets to that top, that card counts as a win, and you get a bingo. And I thought that was actually kind of a little fun. And one thing, I feel like now I'm advertising for Bingo Blitz, but they have like power ups and shit, where like one you click and like it just automatically dobs a few random things for you, and I've gotten wins from that. But like what I'm saying is, as soon as I started doing the events, I started just skyrocketing in points, and I got $60 from doing that. At the same time, like there's games that I had to put, like Rise of Kingdoms, which is a decent game and all, but I had to put literally 3 weeks of at least like 4 or 5 hours a day of playing it in, and yeah, I got $100 out of that, but like that's less. That's definitely less than minimum wage, obviously, way less. But like my biggest advice, if you're gonna try swag bucks, is just ask yourself, do I have the time and patience to play some shitty mobile games that I otherwise wouldn't touch in a million years? And I got one open right now that I'm trying. I think the payout for this one is like $20. It's called Rise of Cultures. It's not bad. I'm actually kind of enjoying this one. Little city builder. There's like you, as with the usual. Ooh, no, I do not. I have 30,000 gold. I need 38,000 gold at a glance. I thought that was 30. And Like, anyway. Alright, where am I even? It's been 2 days. It's been a difficult day for me. Today's the anniversary of my wife's death. And it was... Oh, Jesus! Okay, you're coming right out of the gate like a happy man. Oh, you got fire. You got fire. You know, one complaint I will say I have, like, this is just like a frustration on my part, is that you have to press R1 to backstab, but R1 is your single hit. I wish you could backstab with your two-handed attack. Like, I just personally think that if you're in position to backstab, and to be fair, I don't think I've ever actually, like, I don't think I was in position for a backstab there, so maybe you can backstab with a two-hand attack. I'd have to, like, wait until I can get a sneaky sneak on someone, but I highly doubt it. So I've been playing Spiritfarer. I did a one-off recording of that I'll be uploading. And I've made some progress since then. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say that if you play the game and you meet Alice, the little mouse lady, there's similarities in her character arc and what, like, kind of happens near the end of her arc. There's similarities just kind of what my wife went through near the end of her life. And I honestly cannot tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I really can't tell if that's helped or hurt. Like, if having coincidentally experiencing that character arc and taking her to the Everdor on the day of my wife's death was good or bad for my emotional state. I really can't fucking tell. But anyway, look, I'm just gonna spoil it, okay? If you have any intention on playing it and you, like, would be bothered by having just, like, one specific character arc spoiled, you produce. What do you produce, little idol man? Okay. Oh no! When you set your little buildings to produce in this game, there's 3 slots, so you can kind of queue up production. And so I unlocked this thing called a stonemason. You can produce little stone idols. And so I wasn't thinking, I just swiped up into the 3 slots, and it used like 1,000 gold each time. And I have no workers, and I need to heal my swordsman so that I can go out and claim more territory. I think that's the one thing that I'm really not liking about this game. And, like, there's always something. Like, that's the thing about these games. That's the thing about these mobile games. Is it's actually kind of sad because you can see real talent behind it, but there's always something that drives you towards that monetization. And in this, it's the amount of workers you have. Everything you want to do, be it, you know, running your farms or, you know, making things, uses up one of your workers, and you only get workers by building houses, and there's a limit to the number of houses you can build. I'm at max my number of houses, so I only have 11 workers. And so I guess what I can... Okay, I'll leave. Why would that... Wait a minute. Shit. What did you want me to do, Mr. Man? Short productions. Okay, you want me to do short productions? There's little events where the guy wants you to do certain things. So I'm gonna cancel those, and I'm gonna put short productions that are 2 minutes. That's actually the reason I said that it might be annoying to watch this, is because one of my goals is to do a certain number of short productions, and each one takes 2 minutes. So like every 2 minutes, I'm gonna be pausing to set up new short productions. Anyway, in Spirit Fair, Alice is this nice kind old lady. Jesus. Like, oh. Oh, that's like one of my chief annoyances in the Souls games is, and like it annoys me because it's something you can't do, but it's something that so many enemies in these games can do, is that they can do part. There's so many enemies in these games that can do part of their wind up and then hold that wind up and start running towards you and finish the attack whenever they get to you and they're ready. And that mean like if you were able to do that, it would make for the only thing even remotely like that is when you're firing the bow, because you can like hold it the arrow back and do like the drawing of the arrow part and then do the next part. Anyway, so Alice, oh, I keep forgetting there's a little one there. There's a little man, and he's doopy doppy doopin'. Alright. What did he see me? Did he see me? Did he see me? He did not see me. He no see me. No see me. Yeah, okay, you cannot backstab with your dual attack. And that annoys me, because it means that if you're like trying to like get behind an enemy to do a quick backstab during combat, you're forced to use your single attacks, and whatever, not the end of the world. So Alice is a sweet old lady, and she talks about her kids, talks about how much you remind her of her daughter. Look. Sir. And then one of the final things you have to do for because the whole point of the game, if you haven't watched my video or haven't like just seen the game in general, is you're the new ferryman of the River Styx, and you go around collecting spirits and put them on your boat, and it's like a management game. Like imagine like almost like kind of like a Stardew Valley-esque kind of thing. Put them on your boat, and you got to cater to their needs, which I'd say is one of the flaws of the games, is that you really don't got to cater to their needs. There's no like there's no punishment for letting their happiness drop to 0. The only thing is that as their happiness gets higher, they'll like provide benefits, like the frog guy. He likes to work in the lumber in the little sawmill, so every now and then he'll be like, "Oh, I made you some planks," which like is not at all how he talks, but he talks like loud and bombastic, like, "Oh," and I turned him into Sean Connery for some reason. I got coins to collect. Let me collect the coins. Yeah. Trying to let the productions run themselves out so that I can use those workers to train some people. Anyway, but like there's no like bad thing that happens if you did. I see there's a thing way down there. Now it's a glowing thingway. I wonder where that came from. I remember I remember when David had me watching my best friend is Scottish, and he so he got me watching like some Scottish TV, and when I watched Still Game, like every now and then I'd like ask him like what a certain word meant, and eventually I just messaged him and I said, "David, I think I've noticed a trend." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I think most Scottish slang is just misspellings of words that already exist." And he's like, "Yep." I was a little peeved at my friend, a little peeved at him. Because I just found out that he had COVID and he didn't tell me. But then I realized that one, he knows I'm going through a lot of stuff and this is a particularly tough time of the year for me, and he probably didn't want to pile onto that. And also, I've mentioned in the past that his memory is absolute dog shit and that he forgets things exist and he forgets that he exists. And so I'm willing to bet that there's like a 0% chance that he didn't tell me just because he didn't care if I knew or not, and he just forgot. I'm guaranteeing you that he's probably at yeah, take that, boy. Hoppy motherfucker. Gargoyles. So anyway, you know, I hear that sound for doing a the visceral or whatever, and it just keeps slipping my mind to actually do it. Yeah, I forget that I have. The fuck are you? Do I have any arrows that are not these shitty fucking rainbow ones that I fucking... Nope. That whose whole purpose is just to switch display. Yeah, they only do 25 damage. That's stupid. Which I get that I'll probably unlock a recipe to make like better ones. Alright. Oh, you're just grody, and that did nothing. In the butt. Why do I have an arrow selected? Why did I My whole rolling scheme in that was just it did nothing about the way I rolled made any sense at all. Not and then I'm like saying the game fucked up. I rolled in directions that I don't know why I chose to roll in those directions. So I wonder. I have an idea. Probably gonna regret this. Alright. Just gonna run through everybody. Just gonna run through everybody. Just gonna run through everybody. Everybody can fuck off. Well, my plan kind of worked. There we go. That was my plan. To run past everyone, lead them all to the trap, and then say huzzah. So anyway, Alice in Spiritfarer, her whole like arc is that she basically is old and starts to get dementia and starts to like it starts with like physical things, which is another factor that I can relate to with my experience. So for a character who starts off like really sweet and kind, and then becomes more unable to physically do certain things, and then starts to forget things, as literally all of the above I can relate to, and that was painful. Um, well, what do we have here? Oh, this is where the stone scored keys go. What the fuck? That whole time I could not fucking block him. I mean, lock on to him. I don't know if it was because the whole stone sword key ginormous fucking titties. I could not tell you why I said that. I if pressed, I would not have an answer because I didn't see it. I mean, he's a big guy. Maybe he does have ginormous fucking titties, but I don't know why I yelled that out. But if the like the whole time, oh, pal, well, come over here, cause I got a trap for you. Why am I still crouching? Why am I still? Oh, oh. Why was I... Why crouch? Man, why? I don't like that the crouch button is L3. Every time crouch buttons are L3, they fuck me up. Because when you're, like, quickly, it you're gonna accidentally hit it. You're gonna accidentally hit it. And it's just a fact of life. I would see if I could rebind crouch to circle and run to L3, because accidentally sprinting all of a sudden is a lot less punishing than accidentally crouching. And because if you're in a panic, then accidentally moving slower is more of a detriment than accidentally moving faster. Anyway. Now, I think that my stamina... Oh, that's neat. I mean, it's not helpful for what I was literally just trying to find out right this very second. But attacking doesn't use up your stamina unless you're actually attacking an enemy. Which, it does that with sprinting, and that's a good thing. So you can, like, run around the environments and shit. But it's kind of annoying for it to do it with, Okay, am I the one noticing that... Did I pick up my souls? Yeah, I did. Okay, first I need you to drop down. Yeah, see, okay. It wasn't his animation of dropping down that was preventing me from locking on. I can still lock on when he's dropping down. Their pathfinding's gotten better. They understand the verticality a lot more. Where'd you go? Because normally they would, in older games, they definitely would have... Oh, he was waiting! I thought he had decided to go back. You know, what I was trying to say is that I think that my my animation for so wait, if you get your cracked pots back when you wait, hold on. If you get your cracked pots back when you use the things. I mean, the reality of that seems odd, that like the aspect of the item that is the aspect that you're fucking utilizing, getting that back is weird in and of itself. Okay. Especially the fact that it's cracked. Like, you're getting a cracked... Like, what are you doing? Sir. Sir. Fuck, that didn't trigger it? That's fine. Excuse-moi. And one more should do it. That did not. And now he's doing Grabby Man. He's playing grab. He's playing grab ass. He wants... Look. Oh! Oh! Two can play grab ass. Two can play grab ass. It takes two to grab ass. You ain't even got an ass. What you talking about? I got a bigger ass than that. I really do. My wife used to say that I had the ass of a sassy black grandma. She called that Medea booty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Still haven't gotten any workers back. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I'll leave that production empty. I need to get my productions up, or I need to get my workers back so that I can make them. And it takes two, doesn't it? Hold on. Yeah, it takes two to train soldiers. Cause like it's like this little city, basic mobile game city building thing, and then you have, oh, you did a trick shot there. Tossed it over. Oh, I don't really want. I want to find out what I got out of using the stone sword key. Nox mirror helm. And it's heavy. It's why is it red? No, why is it red? I mean, it's not a problem that it's red. It just seems odd for it to be. I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it on for now, because I'm still at medium load, so it's not like it's making a difference. I'm assuming this doesn't work like Dark Souls 2, where your equip load is like this nebulous, like. I get they were trying to do something different, but no, it's not your equip load that does it. It's your adaptability. One of your stats changes how many iframes you get in a roll, and that is a horrible system. Like it's like the reason that system is horrible is specifically because learning the timings of your iframes is such an integral thing to these games. Wait a minute, what's hold on. Okay, it's not the helm. I have a random status effect that I didn't. I get that the one on the left is my thing, my talisman, and the one on the right is my little debuff I got from hugging the lady. Which, you know what the sad thing is that I've actually seen like I haven't looked up anything about this game. Because like to me the whole joy is going in blind, but like when I'm scrolling through like news feeds and stuff, obviously the algorithm is gonna know that I like this game. The algorithm will pick up on like the smallest little mention of it in like any messages and stuff, which I don't like. I don't like the fact that I can mention something in a private message to someone and then suddenly it's things relating to it are in my newsfeed. That's not pleasant. There's a fucking Jesus Christ. There's a fucking character in one of my novels called Heather Engel. Engel being German for angel. And I named her that like specifically because there's an interaction between her and another character named Darius Edelweiss. And like I thought it'd be like he's like kind of like a I don't want to say flirtatious, because the character he's talking to at that point is a teenager. She's 18, but still he's in his 30s. But like he's complimentary. Like he like no matter who he talks to, like that's the whole thing of his character, and like why he's one of my favorite characters to write, is that he's just such a every like my goal with that character is for every thing he says to just sound like a poem. He's like a love poem he's writing to someone. um but I just randomly mention, like, just in passing, talking to one of my friends in private message on Facebook, about, like, the characters, and I mentioned that character, and then all of a sudden, in the people you may know, suddenly, by coincidence, there's someone named Heather Angel. And that made me really fucking angry. But anyway, I have seen things like talking about, like, how to remove the debuff you get from hugging what's her face, and like I get that, like that's like something people may want to know, but like the amount of health, like I'm guessing, like since the fact that it's up there in the corner, it was a permanent health loss. Like at the time, I just saw a bit of health drop, and I thought that was like kind of a little Le Petit Mot thing. Which, if you don't know what that means, just look it up or listen to the Korn song, which is fucking awesome. It's one of my favorite songs they've ever done. But is it really that big a deal that you like? I don't want to remove it. Like, I see it as a mark of honor. Like, I see... Obviously, all we did was hug. We didn't do anything else. But, like, I see that, like, the equivalent to, like, having, like, a bite mark on your shoulder after you got laid or something. Which I've experienced. I've been there. No one here. Oh, they dropping down. He decided to drop down and partay. I don't know. I feel like that's a little, not a big complaint, more of a nitpick. But Rune Arc. Wait, no. Rin. Grants the blessing of an equipped great rune upon use. And you can use it. If no great rune is equipped, it will slightly increase maximum HP. But is that temporary? That's the part that is throwing me. I think that's one thing I don't like about Souls is, like, the story being obtuse. That's fine. But, like, certain gameplay things being super obtuse can be kind of annoying. Because it means that, like, you can fall into traps where you do something that basically just fucks you over. And I'm not talking about stuff like, you're killing the maiden or whatever. Which, if you let Yurt kill the maiden, then you're an idiot. Which I think it was... I'm probably misremembering. I know there's something that can lead to, like, someone wants... No, it's the spell guy that wants you to kill her. And then it's, Yurt kills some other people. I'm thinking of Dark Souls, where Lautrec can kill the Firekeeper. Okay. That's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, I think what I was getting ready to complain about is that, just a small annoyance, but the ones that, like, carry the big swords, and then the ones that are, like, throwing magic-y bombs at you and shit, seem to take the same amount to kill, and you'd think that that wouldn't be the case. I'm torn. Torn on what to do. Oh, hi. Okay, we're going somewhere else. I wonder if I could lead them all the way to the trap. 'Cause I don't want to fight two at once. I feel like I've gotten it down. I've gotten good at like fighting these guys. I still feel like two at once could really fuck me up. Okay. Also, it seems like they've kind of not completely, because it still happens sometimes, but they've kind of like done a bit to alleviate the way enemies like will lose interest past a certain threshold, because that was just yeah, okay. It does. Like my my combo he's sleeping. He is sleeping. He's having just a good old nap. So I'm gonna grab a flower. Grave flowers. And I think the fact that it gave me a pop-up means that's the first time I've ever gotten one of those. So that's cool. Unless it does it Zelda style. Some of the Zelda games will do that, where they'll have like a pop-up and explanation the first time you get an item after loading the game, like you're during that session, which is still too much in my opinion. Still too far. Like you can always just let someone go into the menu and look at the description there if they forget what an item is, you know? Whatever. Oh, there's one right there. Yeah, as I was running away from the one here, I didn't notice that, but I thought I could have sworn in older games enemies could trigger them too. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Oh, dearie me, I did not see you there, buddy. I do see you there, thanks to Senor Lock-On Face. Senor Lock-On Face. Any more Senor Lock-On Faces? Okay, that sounded like, yeah, one came running. I don't know where he came from, but one came running. Wait till he turns around, maybe. Get a backstab in. He's not gonna turn around. Damn it, I keep accidentally crouching. I don't mean to. It's just when you're quickly pressing directions on the fucking analog stick, sometimes you're going to click it in. You'd think devs would realize by now, and a lot of them do. You'd think they'd realize that when you... There's an item down there. Wait, was I not just down there? Oh no, I've not made it. I'm not there. I went down that staircase, but there's no paths that I missed, so there must be another way to get there. Yeah, I keep starting this sentence and then a guy attacks, but scythe. I've noticed that my full combo of, and I can't test it now since you don't lose. But my full combo with dual wielding, is almost exactly how much stamina I have with just a little bit left over. So, what do I do now? Because that's just going to take me back to where I was. Must be something I missed. I don't think it would have anything to do with killing him. Oh shit. I think that's the hallmark of a good trap, that you can still trigger it when you know where it is. Nothing over here. Let me... I am going to break a cardinal rule that I have for this series, that I just, no matter what I'm stuck on, I just never look anything up. And I am going to just do a quick Google. I gotta end this episode anyway. I'm gonna do a quick Google and just see if Elden Ring has illusory walls, because honestly, it's just a massive, frustrating mess to, you know, like, because you don't, then even if they do, you don't know if there are kinds where you have to attack or the kinds where you gotta press the action button, and that's just like going through the whole game not knowing and having to choose whether you want to either attack and action button every wall you come across, or just not bother and miss items. That's just not something I want to deal with. So we will be back in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.